Hi guys, Larissa with BeCozi.net is here. Today I would like to show you how to make this beautiful cable knit pillow. It's a square pillow. It will be done with our super chunky merino wool, this huge wool, and oatmeal color. And we will need 2.5–3 pounds for this pillow. If you want to use a little bit more, like 2 pounds, you can make it smaller. I started with 9 stitches. You can start with 7 stitches and just omit the side. And this side and second part of the pillow, I will show you how to make the same pillow only with chunky chenille yarn. And for chunky chenille yarn, we will use our new color, coral. It's really beautiful, kind of like a pale orange color, and it's really fall-looking color to my mind. And this is how the pillow will look like. And this pillow used 2.5 stitches to use, skeins. If you want to use 2 skeins, again, omit one of the stitches here. So just, you see I have 2 knitted one, you just make 1 knitted one. And then it will be just 2 skeins. 2 skeins because we are knitting as a one piece. You can see that on the side is this way, and on the top it's this way. And this will be a seamless knitting. We will not have any connections on the sides. On these sides it will be one piece pillow. So these 2 beautiful pillows are perfect for the fall. Again, either super chunky merino wool or our chunky chenille yarn, and you can find them at BeCozi.net. Again, 2 skeins for this and about 2 pounds for that. If you're ready, let's get started. Okay guys, let's get started. So as usual, we will start with placing the yarn in front of you. This is working yarn, this is tail, and we will make a loop by placing working yarn on the top of the tail like this. And then insert your hand, grab working yarn and pull it through. This is your first stitch. You can make it bigger or smaller by pulling working yarn up and down. We will keep it about 4 inches from the bottom to the top. Now we will need to make a chain of 9 stitches. How we will be doing it? We will insert our hand inside, grab working yarn and pull it out. See, this is our second stitch. It's about the same size as the first one. And now we will be doing the same for 7 more times because we need 9 stitches. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So now when we have 9 stitches, chain of 9 stitches, we will start knitting or pulling out our first row. So now we have a chain of 9 stitches, guys. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now we will be pulling our first row. How we will be doing it? The first stitch stays here, and we will start with this stitch, the top part of the stitch. Insert your hand, grab working yarn and pull it out. This is stitch number 2. The same with next 7 stitches. You insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it out. And the same with the next stitch and all the other stitches on this side of the chain. Don't forget about this last one sitting here. Here we are. We should have 9 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are we doing next? We are turning this knitting project on another side like that. We're keeping the tail underneath or on the side out of the way, and we will be pulling out the same row as here on this side, and we will be using top stitches on this side, the same as in the previous row. So lift this stitch, insert your hand, grab working yarn and pull it out. Then do the same with all next stitches. And at the end we should have the same 9 stitches, guys. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we are making one more. It will be stitch number 9. Now you can see that we have this parallel seating stitches on both sides of the chain. And what we will be doing in the next row, we will start, we're turning it, and we are starting our pattern. So I usually write the pattern on a piece of paper like that, and I usually write knitting stitches like big circles, and stitches that I purl, they are like these little ovals. So you can see that we will start with, and it's 9 stitches here, we will start with purl, knit, purl, 3 knit, purl. So you can do it like I do, or remember it, it's up to you. But we have 9 stitches, so the first stitch will be purling. For purling, we're placing the yarn up front, and we're basically pushing it through like this. Next stitch is knit. Let me put it here, maybe you will see it too. Knit. Now we're purling this stitch. Next 3 we're knitting. 1, 2, and 3, and merino wool can be a little bit splitting, so if you're using merino wool, make sure you're going inside of the stitch, not like splitting the yarn in the middle. So we have this 3. Now we will purl one, this one, next one is knit, and the last one will be purled too. So we basically started our pattern here, guys. And the next row, we will remove this, we will turn. Next row will be the back of the pillow, and for the back of the pillow we'll be just knitting all 9 stitches without pattern. Just simple knitting stitch, because our pattern will be only on the front of the pillow. So remember, one side you're working on your pattern, and the other side you're just simply knitting all your stitches. So here we are, we're done with our row, 9 stitches, turning, and we're following our pattern the same way. Purl, knit, purl. You can see the stitches and you're just following it. We will be purling purled one, we'll be knitting the ones that we needed, and we will be doing it for 5 rows, guys. Okay, so here, this is our purl stitch. This, you can see, this is like a chain, so this is knitted. This one is with the bump in the middle. This is purled, and then 3 knitted. 1, 2, 3. Next one purled because we have a bump. Knit and purled the last one. So studying about this row, or maybe we will just, yeah, let's just make one more, then we will connect it. So we're turning and then just simply knitting all the stitches. Okay, so we're done with this row. What we will be doing studying this row, it's about 3 rows from the beginning. So you can easily see where the beginning is. See this knots in the middle? This is our first chain. So we will now connect the pillow like that. And now we will be knitting the bottom of the pillow in this way. So this is our top part. This is where the pattern is, and we will be following the same pattern. You can easily see it now. Purl, knit, purl, 3 knitted. So we will be purling this stitch, knitting, purling, 3 knitted. We will keep knitting this way, guys, for 5 rows. I usually do 5 or 6 rows before I start the cable, and it's up to you actually how many cables you want, how close you want them to be. So this is our top part. So we have now 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. We will need 1 more row, and then I'll come back and show you what we will be doing for cabling. Okay, guys, so we are on this side where our pattern is. We have 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we will be making a cable. First, we will be knitting the 3 stitches on the same way, purl, knit, purl. Then when we're here on these 3 knitted stitches, we will make a cable. How to make a cable? These 2 stitches goes up front like that, and you're knitting this 3rd one. Now when you knit the 3rd one, you will need to knit these 2 guys. So you're basically crisscrossing the stitches like that. This 2 goes on the top of that one. And you first knit this stitch, not that one, this one. And then you're knitting this 2nd one. So we just made a crisscross or a cable. See, like that. And the rest will be the same, purl and knit, and the last one purled. So this is our pattern, as you can see, and we will be knitting this way. On the other side, it will be just regular knitting, as you can see, just regular knitting stitch. We will be knitting this way for 5 more rows without a cable, like we did first 5 rows, and then we will make another cable. I will come back after I'm done with 5 rows, and I will show you how to do it. Okay, guys, so you can see that we are ready to do another cable. This is the first cable here in the middle, and second one will be here now. So what we are doing next? We are knitting all the stitches as is, purled one, knit ones. Don't forget to purl this one, it's kind of hiding. Now we will do our cable again. So again, for making a cable, put this 2 up front and knit this 3rd one. Now we will be knitting this 2. So you're crisscrossing the stitches, and you're knitting this first and then this 2nd. This is our 2nd cable. Now we will be knitting the same way as we did before for 5 more rows, and then we will finish our pillow, and I will show how to do it when I am back. Okay, guys, we are ready to finish our pillow. First of all, we will need to have enough yarn to finish it. So measuring will be like that, about loosely 2 widths of the pillow. Then you can just break the wool. Wool is breaking easily. Now we will insert this pillow insert inside. We have this pillow inserts for sale at BeCozi.net. So insert inside. And now we have a pillow, and now we are ready to close the pillow, okay, to close our knitting project. So closing, you need to put it like that, and this is your last stitch. Watch closely, it's kind of a little bit confusing, but just follow me. So this is your last stitch with the working yarn. Now you are inserting your tail of the yarn in the stitch on the opposite side. You see we have stitches, one stitch across the other like that, all 9 stitches. Every stitch has a pair. So this is the stitch we just finished. Insert the tail and the opposite stitch like that. Now turn the pillow on another side. Here we will be inserting our working yarn or tail of the yarn and these 2 next stitches. See, on this side the stitch next to the one that we just used, 1 and 2. So insert your yarn inside like that. Turn on the other side and insert the yarn, and next to on this side, only on this side we will be using this stitch that we just inserted the yarn and the next stitch to it like that. See, this is the chain, this is next stitch, and you're inserting from inside out. Here we are. Turning pillow again. Now we will be using the same way the stitch that was just used and the stitch next to it. Take these 2 stitches, 1 to 1, and from right to the left insert the yarn through both of them. Now turn the pillow. The same way the next stitch, guys. We're using the previous stitch and the one that is hanging here openly. So this one is used already. We will be using just half of it and the next stitch. Insert the yarn inside from left to the right like that. Turn the pillow. Do the same on this side. Find the stitch that you just used, this one, and the one that hanging beside it, from the right to the left. Turn the pillow on another side. This way of connecting is a little bit complicated maybe, but it's very nice way to connect because you will not have any connection basically on this pillow, just like one big knitting project. So again, using the stitch that was used and the next one, put them together and yarn from the right to the left on this side, and on this side the yarn will go inside this and this stitch from the left to the right. Keep doing this way until you close the whole pillow. Okay guys, this is our last stitches. So the stitch from the previous row and the last one hanging here, I'm going through both of them, and we just finished our pillow. You can see that it's nice and seamless way of connected. And now this last stitch, you just insert the working yarn inside and weave it in like that, and we are done with our pillow. See this top? We don't have any seaming here. Our pillow is ready. So here we are. So we used oatmeal merino for this pillow, and you can also use chenille yarn. So in my next part of the video, I will show you how to do it with chenille yarn. So you see we have this cable part on this side, and this side is just simply simple knitting stitches. So let's move to the chenille yarn.